Hello. I was watching this mock interview with James, this video, and then I saw this exercise. So then I realized, hey, why not try it? Codebeautify.org, generate random date. I'm going to spend 25 minutes. So, first things first, let me take out my notepad and I am sharing my screen. Cool. So, I hope you're seeing my screen, you're screen sharing. Okay, good. So get this guy up. Why can't I have both of them at the same place? Resize. These are some of the things which irritate testers because you plan for something and then something else happens. And that's how testers are testers get used to such things and then they figure out a way to fix it. I itself, you all I wanted to do was to go here. Oh, this is what I had to do. And there you have. And let me make it into perfect. So it's the random date generator. And I will zoom out a bit. So what do we see here? I already see few dates here with the timestamp. So why is it a random date generator, not date and time generator? So let's say this is random date generator and have questions, notes, inbox. And this is anyways being recorded, so we are good. So with so what do I observe? 3, 6, 9, 10 dates. Any specific order doesn't seem to follow an ascending or a descending order. Okay. So you might say, yeah, that's why it's random. That's okay. Let me take a quick screenshot of what I see by default. Is there any change in the URL? Copy, paste it here. URL. This is the URL, and so I can add the files later. Can I copy these? Okay. And what if I refresh the site? They are not same. 2084. I don't see it in this list. One more time. 94. Okay. Okay. So by default, it is populating 10 random dates. Okay. How many dates to generate? So there are few options. Take a screenshot of this as well. And then what other options do I have? Okay. Date output format. Generate random dates. So I need a mechanism to figure out that if it is not repeated, and if is there any pattern that violates the random parameter, right? Any limit on how many times I can try? I want one or rather two. Oh, so as soon as I enter the number, it starts giving me the value. Say 2, and then I change it to 0.003. So is it by default one value? 3, 30, 300. So it does not even append. So every time there is a new request, or how is that happening? So some ideas and questions. How do I know if it's actually random? Can I plot and see if there is a pattern? Can someone explain me the logic? Um, the limitations? And any documentation which can maybe act as a guide to highlight min, max, type, how many dates to generate 300. Okay, let me try 3,000, 30,000, 3 lakh, 30 lakh, control A. Oh, I can't select. Where did they go? Oh, they're here. Why the gap? Or are they still generating? Okay, unresponsive. Okay, let's try refreshing the page and see. Interesting. Why am I not seeing any data here? What does it read? The zoom toolbar is overlapping. Page unresponsive. You can wait for it to become responsive or exit the page. Okay, exit. Result code hung. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back here. Code beautify, generate random, close. I have an idea. Okay, and has this loaded. I'm hoping this will again go back to the failed state. Option code count, option code format, option code date, option code custom format, option code start, option code end. Okay. Page source. It's just trying to see if there is something that is one, I'm able to understand, and two, it is interesting enough. Mhm. Let's go back to playing with the application. Oh, okay. This reminds me of the parking calculator uh, application. So let's try. So today's date, 2023. I'm typing, but oh, as and when I type, it starts populating. So what if I give something like a which violates the end date condition? I'm trying to select, yeah, 3000. How is this possible? 2099 3000. Start date is 3000. Okay. So these are placeholders for the bugs. Start date and end date, range, range validation. If it doesn't matter, why do we have it? Why do we name it as a start? It can just be between, right? So that can be one of the questions. So let's say why 10 and purpose of start and end date if not considered. Date output format, custom date, use year. What is this? Why will someone have y 2 times? What are they trying to say? Okay, the year can be either 4 digit or 2 digit. Is that what you're trying to say? What is doing? Date, DD, HH, and SS. Tab doesn't seem to have applied. Why did you allow me to enter if you were dependent on this selection? What is YY? All I did was press Command Shift 3 to take a screenshot. And you changed. What are you trying to change? Okay, it's not Command Shift, it's Shift. How is Shift making the values change? 28, 48, 58, 53. 28 is not there. Shift. Shift is making the values change. Move the mouse cursor. I click outside. Now it's not. So the focus was on custom date format. Then I pressed shift. What are you doing? What if I keep the focus on dates? Shift. Is shift a hidden key to get the Next set of random is shift the hidden hidden, hidden key or secret key to get the next set of random values. What if this is interfering with some of the browser extensions and hence playing on the values? What if I try it on a totally different browser, which I hardly use, enter and repeat the test? So what I'm trying to do is narrowing down to the factor that might have an effect. Why there are no values displayed? Or are they displayed and I don't see them? What if I select 10 and then press shift? What if I change it to first two tab? Okay, so do you want me to click on generate random dates? Hey, I'm clicking. Why are you not changing values? Let me reload you once. Interesting. What are you trying to say in the console? Hold on. If 10 is, okay, let me select start date, shift, okay, delete, shift, 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 select, shift, 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 start date, today, shift, no, shift. Why is there no error when there is a start date not populated? See, most of my bugs are questions because I want to understand first and then find why is today allowed as a valid. Maybe why is there no error when today is typed, or when there is when the start date has some text other than expected. And then why is the user allowed to edit custom date format without selecting the date, without setting the date output format to custom date format. Okay, and the format field. Why was the default value not populated? Why was the default value not populated in some instances? So we investigated, right? And then I'm running out of time. 10 more minutes. I need to wrap up. Is this a good pairwise testing technique candidate? And for explanation, saw some different behavior with Safari. So I'm more interested on platforms now and JavaScript. So let's try on, this is Safari. No, yeah, this is Safari. Safari is highlighted, right? So let me refresh, maximize, and try out a simple two dates, generate random dates. No error. I'm not sure if my Safari is updated. So that's an interesting observation to make. This is my Safari, or even better. Okay, let me quickly go back here and then make a note of the environment. So Safari version and then the Mac version. Wait a bit old one, but a good one for testing purposes. Then let me quickly check the Chrome version. I have 8 minutes left. Is it fully updated? Checking for update. You check. Because I tested on this, I'll make a note of this. Chrome version. Okay. So there's a Safari version. And then let's go back here. What all did we try? Tried. Yes, we can go through the recording at the same time. Min, max, in dates field. And then at 30 lakhs, page stop responding. And then changing custom date format. Also changing the start date and clicking on generate random. Why is random R small and G and D in caps? Generate random dates button multiple times. So thinking about this application, the use case is to generate a random date generator. Why is there no copy option? Put it in the question. 7. Why not provide a copy button icon for easy copy? And then how many dates to generate, date output format, custom date format, generate random dates. There is one more question and casing case in the on the button in the button text. What happened? Focus was outside the field. I clicked on it. It was loading. Okay. I click outside and double click to select. I saw a change in the URL selection. I want to see if it happened. Or maybe I can investigate again when I note down the time, right? 8:24 to 8:25 p.m. IST. Notice the action to get the URL selected. Okay. An excellent candidate for automation to generate the data output, to generate the output, and then again use a script or utility to parse through the data and then make sense out of it. With that, why are they making it so difficult to edit? I've selected everything. My hands are here. Now you will see the end date selected. See, it's that late. My system issue to be tested on other systems, to be tested on Slack. Who is using the CPU, right? So to be tested on other faster processors, monitor the load. So left with 4 minutes. There are some screenshots captured, so I can make a note of the screenshots here, and then end the session. So I go here. These are the things that I tested. I directly go to the. Will it open? If not, we'll just resize and then try dragging and dropping all these here. And then go ahead and rename them or add text. Okay, this is huge, but that's fine. So this is definitely not the default one. These are like it's in descending order, right? So this is the default. And I tried, and then the default options. That is default dates, and then this is default options. I'm feeling like the weekend testing time pressure. I still have 90 seconds. That's good enough. Default options in the drop down. And then not default options, the options in the drop down. And then I go here. Why did I select this? Oh, because without custom date format, why are you allowing me to edit? Is that what I wanted to try to highlight? No, I wanted to maybe check if they are really different. Or maybe I can check using the recording, go through the recording once more. Go through the recording and make notes. See, it's a usual practice to go through the recordings and just save it. And we are almost done. So I stop sharing and I also stop my recording.